treating her like Oscars treat the Best Picture award. They're so clear that they think she's the front runner. What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham. This is the Idol Breakdown. We got top 24, part 1. Let's go. So tonight they showed us the first 12 of the top 24, and we start with Jay.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back in your heart?
Now, when I heard he was first, I was like, whoa. Usually, American Idol puts someone first who they don't really care that much about. And I was like, sacrificial lamb? But I actually think because it's only 2 people going home out of this 12, they trust Jay's performance and his popularity thus far enough to put him first, kick off the show with a lot of high energy because of his song choice, and get viewers to keep watching and know that he's gonna make it too. I thought he did great. The very beginning, how he sings, it's like he's chewing through peanut butter.
But someone picked you from the bunch. One glance is all it took.
There's so much energy and weight to what he's doing and pocket, and I freaking love that. He did that last week too. He just knows how to put those beats on the back of the tempo. You gotta plan that last run. He goes high note, high note, high note, super high note, another super high note, and then big run to end it. And the run was like, what were you trying to do? Luke hit the nail on the head. He said you gotta structure the song to access the absolute best parts of your voice. And he mentioned like you gotta plan that run out. You can't just throw something out there. Next is Elli Rowe.
My friends say I'm acting peculiarly.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
baby, you better make a start.
This might be my favorite performance of the entire season. Her vocal tone and quality is so otherworldly and so record sounding, radio ready. Oh my gosh. And the reason that Jimmie was like, please say it's just you and acoustic guitar, because what I just experienced was gold. It's because when she's that good, just her and acoustic guitar is gonna have this magical moment, but also her and the band is gonna have a magical moment too. And everything you hear from her is like, oh my gosh, that couldn't be any better than it was. So she goes with the band. I think that's the right choice here. She was so freaking good. Where has she been? Why have they not been showing her? I don't know, but wow, this was good. I think the judges are trying to critique more. Typically, they've been criticized by being fluffy the whole time. I think they're going back to American Idol's roots of critical judging, which I'm down for as long as it's legitimate and necessary. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're here, and you can even hit the notifications bell. And if you're like me and you never hit the like button when people ask you to in videos, no one's watching. You can just hit it if you wanted to. But I want you to do what you want to do. You do you. You do you. Just hit the like button. Next is Tristen.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me?
I think Tristen is made for this atmosphere. The dude has so much stage presence. He's got a lot going on. And I feel like some people might have taken a bit to get used to him and to get warmed up to him, because he's a lot. Between the hair and the eyeliner and the crazy fashion and all the energy and the looks, some people might have taken that in and kind of maybe given an eye roll, but you just have to give it to him. The dude has unbelievable stage presence, timing every band hit to every move that he does.
Could it be anybody?
I'm jealous. I would love that. I would love that energy and that stage presence. And I feel like he's given us a side of him that shows how gracious he is. I've talked to him just a little bit on Instagram, and he seems so humble and gracious and kind. You just gotta love him. And he's 16 or 17 years old. Scarlet is next.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life.
So she sings for Jimmie and sounds amazing. Then she starts the song with a big shriek, kind of missed run thing, which is really tough to recover from. I thought she hit a lot of big notes, but the arrangement for me didn't quite suit a lot of those big notes, and it just didn't feel really solid for me. I think she's in trouble. But oh my gosh, the band was so tight and funky on this song. Sage.
Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
The tightest background vocals I've heard in a long time. Couple first lines.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
I thought she could have picked a better song. I might, and I hope that I'm alone on this, because everyone in the members only live chat, watch party, were going crazy and saying it was wonderful. Chanley was going crazy and said it was amazing. So hopefully it's just me that thinks she needed a different song to really stand out, because she needs to really stand out since we haven't seen her. And you know what? Maybe she, at the time when she picked the song and performed at Top 24, was totally unaware that she was pretty much unseen except her audition. But I do think she did it as good as it can be, and I think that's maybe my favorite Jolene performance that I've ever seen on American Idol, and it's been done a lot. I feel like you can only do so much with that song, and she did as good as anyone I've ever heard do it. I hope it's enough to keep her going. The judges say top 5. That sounds so random to me. I'm like, where has that been? And again, you know what? Maybe they have been praising her like that the whole time, and they just haven't been showing her for some reason. So I've told you guys before, I'm doing house concerts. If you want me to come to your house, to your living room, invite some friends over and me play, or you want to have me come speak at an event, I do public speaking too. I do motivational speaking. I speak at churches. I also do like keynote speaker stuff at conferences, graduation stuff. Anytime you need a public speaker, if you want me to come speak, hit me up. Same email, clarkbeckhambooking@gmail.com. Then we have Jimmie Allen sing.
I bet you're up there making new friends. I'm pretty sure you're loving every minute. If there's a golden pond full of fish, I bet you already caught everything in it.
I love this guy. He was so good. His single was great. Now, his voice is certainly produced in post-production and tuned and making it sound really sweet, but it still sounds really freaking good. I loved all of his mentor sessions. Sweet, so many sweet moments, real, genuine, and I liked him a lot. He was a mentor of a previous season, and I was kind of hit or miss. This season, I feel like we really got the best of him. Danielle Finn.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide.
She's coming for blood, folks. She is not just the nice, pretty tone vocal singer with buttery voice stuff. She's like, no. I can hit these giant notes like anybody else here, and I can do runs, and I can feel it, and I can give you a solid performance. Every run she did was intentional and planned, it seemed to me. There was no, ooh, I'm gonna just throw something out here. Everything had its purpose and was really well arranged. Katie says it was a jazzy version. That is the most overused, out of place adjective for songs. If you sing anything that's not middle of the road, that has nice notes, apparently it's jazzy. Mike Parker.
I'm just flesh and bone, heart and soul. I've earned a couple scars. I've led once in a lifetime kind of things slide right out of my arms.
Exploding out of the ocean onto our TV sets. I didn't love this performance. When I heard him sing with Jimmie and that moment together, them two, oh, it was so special. Which, by the way, is probably the best thing that's happened to Mike in the entire season so far for votes, is that moment with Jimmie, because we vote for people we like and we feel attached to. That's just how it is. And that moment is bringing us so close to his heart. So he did so much more for himself in that moment than he actually did in the performance tonight. Because the performance was fine. When he sang for Jimmie, I was like, I'm about to lose my mind over this performance. He's about to crush. But he just kind of started slow to me, and then when he got big, it kind of missed here and there and didn't quite nail the notes. He had more of a country accent than I've ever heard him have, but he did nail the last run. Ooh, that, whatever that was, smoked it. I'm going on tour. If you're in one of these 5 cities, go to clarkbeckham.com/#tour and you can get your tickets. I got a solid 45-minute set as an opener for Sarah Reeves. Emyrson.
Flowers in hand, waiting for me. Every word in poetry will call me by name. Only baby, the more that you give, the less that I need. Everyone says I look happy.
Okay, so this whole season I've said Emyrson is great, but I don't think she's ready. I think she's too young. Her high notes are a little yelly, a little shouty. I think she should wait and come back another time. She's not ready to win the show or go really far. I think she is. After this performance, I think she is ready, and she could absolutely win the show. The higher notes sound really clean, really clear, and powerful. The lower and the middle range has always been her juice. And now everything's coming together as a solid performance. Great arrangement, great vocal delivery. Look out for her. Next we got Dan.
Oh, thinking about our younger years, it was only you and me. We were young and wild and free.
Unfortunately, I think his voice is just too weak to hold with everybody else. He did fine. Anytime he tried to do some extra exciting vocal things, it just showed us that he just can't hang. He's just, the vocal talent, it's just not there. I think he's in trouble. If you want to listen to this as a podcast, you can click the link in the description, or you can just type in Spotify or Apple Podcasts, The Idol Breakdown. Jacob Moran.
Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood.
This was a great performance. I just typed in my notes, yeah, all caps. He was rushing a bit in the verse. I wonder if they have click in their ear. I guarantee they have the option. Click is like a metronome, so you know exactly what the tempo is. And when you have a verse that's really slow, there's no drum beat going or piano pulsing that's kind of letting you know that rhythm, you need the click so that you're not rushing, because you have the tendency to do that if you're nervous or if you're excited. Listen, he's got better than that in him, and this was awesome. I thought he did really well, didn't oversing. There was one small run in the verse that I thought was not authentic. Other than that, all the notes were great. The big notes were clean, the high, everything, the high, the low. Someone in the members chat mentioned something really, really good here. They said his low range is just as special as his high. And a lot of times with big belters, that's not the case. He has the best voice on the show. That's his job to continue to deliver, and I think he's got better in him yet to come. Hunter Girl.
When I lose my smile and my thoughts get jumbled, when the air and BS get too thick, can't take a break without getting sick.
I thought she actually had some issues with this one. She was pretty consistently flat throughout. Now that could be from just being nervous and having a lot of energy, walking around and thinking about other things and almost having too much fun and not keeping the standard of pitch where it needs to be and letting that drop a little bit. She does have great stage presence though and really held the crowd. And I bet this was a performance that live, it was way better than it was on the TV because we don't quite get the element of that special atmosphere that she brought. I'm doing a Q&A show this coming Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. We're gonna have a Q&A where everybody can watch live, but only members are going to be able to comment in the live chat and ask questions. So if you want to be a member, you can click join this video in the bottom right part of the screen, or click the description below that says join. Become a Groove Crew member. It's $5 a month. We'll have a great ride for the rest of the season. It'll be fun. You can also take part in my live stream watch parties. Now, if you're on the West Coast, you can still watch as I watch. You wouldn't tune in live with me. You would just push play on your YouTube video, rewatch the live stream that I've already done when you decide to watch American Idol, and it'll still sync up. Lastly, we have Nicolina. They teased Nicolina in the middle of the show. Every commercial break, they showed you who the next two people were after the break. In the middle of the show, they're like, Dan and Nicolina. But it wasn't Dan and Nicolina, it was Dan and Jacob. And then it was Hunter Girl, and then the very last performance was Nicolina. So they're treating her like Oscars treat the Best Picture award. They're so clear that they think she's the front runner that they're starting to tease her in the middle of the show and then put her at the very end thinking that that's gonna keep us. For me, I don't know why I don't love her. Every time she sings, she does great. She hits all the notes, all the runs, all the tone, all the emotion. She does great. I have nothing negative to say about her. Literally nothing. Except that I'm not going crazy. I don't know why, maybe it's me, but there's usually a contestant or two every season that does this to me.